That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We're most likely in a bull market, even though we haven't made, a technical definition of one.
Yeah, we haven't made a technical definition of a bull market. We're getting around to it, though. Don't worry about it. We're getting slaughtered. It's unbelievable what's going on. It just makes no sense. You remember when they told us that we're not in a recession? What the hell are they talking about? For what, 50 years, every time you had 2 quarters back-to-back that were negative, you were in a recession. And immediately the market would drop. 1972, for example, from top. Now remember, they said we're in a recession. We had the 2 back-to-back quarters, and then the market dropped in 1972 from the top to the bottom in 11 months. 2001, they said we're in a recession. Immediately, from the top to the bottom, market dropped over 15 months. 2007, 2008. From top to bottom, market drop took 19 months. So I don't understand something here. In 2021, November 2021, when it was over, remember, the inflation, the Q2 stopped, and the market dropped, and we had back-to-back, negative quarters, and immediately we dropped 38%. And it took 11 months. So that's right in line with 1972, 11 months. 2001, 15 months. 2007, 19 months. So what the hell are they talking about? What's missing here? We had back-to-back negative numbers, and we dropped in 2021, 38% over 11 months. What are we missing? It's a lie. They just simply didn't want to admit, the White House, that he was in a recession. He was in a recession. They want to admit it. That's all. So if I don't admit it, we're not in one, I guess they think. But we're not at a bottom. That's the difference between now and 2007, 2001, and 1972. We're not at a bottom. We have not put a bottom in. Everybody thinks that October 2022 low was a bottom. No, it's not. What are you, nuts? Not a bottom. Because we're still facing the same challenges today that we were facing back in November of 2021. Exact same thing. They haven't gone away. And one of the biggest challenges, of course, we don't have economic growth. And we still have inflation. That hasn't changed. So there's not a bottom. And here's the proof. If you take our economic growth, take the fourth quarter, we just finished, right? The fourth quarter last year. Now we're in the first quarter. We finished the first quarter. And the fourth quarter was, for inflation, 3.8%. 3.8%. That was the first quarter for inflation. And now we have, fourth quarter, 2020, 3.9%. There you go, 3.9%. That's what we had the last quarter of last year we finished before we get to this quarter. The core was 4.4. So now, the first quarter we get our numbers. And we came in at 4%. In the core at 4.9. So wait a minute, let's compare that. If the last quarter of last year was 3.9, and the first quarter of this year, we just got the numbers, is 4%, isn't that higher? And if the core last year, the last quarter of last year was 4.4%, and going into the new year, the first quarter of the new year, is 4.9%, how has things changed? It's getting worse, not better. We're still facing inverted yield curves. Inverted yield curves are wild. You don't get them all the time. And that's the curve between the 10-month Treasury and the 3-month Treasury. You subtract the two, and there it is. There's your inverted yield curve. 10-year and 3-month. 10-year and 3 months. And it's inverted. It's inverted. And that tells you right there, when you have an inverted yield curve, you're in deep doo-doo. So we still have inflation. We haven't won on that. We lost that battle. And we're only up to 5%. The Fed rate's at 5%. And they're talking now like, oh, they're going to start cutting rates. How can they cut rates? We're losing the battle. So we have an inverted yield curve. Our debt and deficits are historically high. And then take a look at our GDP. We just got that number. The fourth quarter, finishing the year of last year, was 3.9%, right? I'm sorry, was 2.6%. And now the first quarter of this year, the new year, 2023, okay, was 4%. Now the GDP was, the fourth quarter was 2.6%, and now the first quarter is now 1.1%. So that's worse. So we're going backwards. If we had a GDP of 2.6% in the fourth quarter ending last year, and the first quarter starting 2023 is 1.1%, wow, we're not growing. And inflation's growing. And we're still facing a shrinking GDP, record household debt, record commercial debt in real trouble, record corporate debt, record rent defaults, record auto debt, credit card debt, and student debt. So wait a minute. And the corporate debt and bankruptcies, the bankruptcies are now piling on faster than they did in 2013, which was almost historic, from 2009 to 2013, where our bankruptcies are just much faster. So what I'm trying to say is there's no bottom. So you got to stop listening to these people telling you there's a bottomless market. No, there isn't. The wheels are coming off the banks. And they don't want to believe that. Remember, the wheels are coming off the banks, and our bank crisis is much worse now than in 2008. Because remember, before that pandemic, the corporations were borrowing money. First of all, remember what happens. The Federal Reserve, before the pandemic, was giving money to their big banks. Free, zero. And then the big banks would loan it to their corporate accounts, and they put on a VIG of 3%. So corporations were borrowing money at 3%, and they borrowed as much as they could. They're leveraging themselves as much as they can. But now something's changed. To fight inflation, the Fed rate is 5, not 0. So now they're loaning to all these corporations that had all this money at, say, 3%, now it's 8%. And that's why the corporations, the filing of bankruptcies, are at a faster pace than in 2013. Yet everybody's saying everything's fine. Everything's good. We're going to have a soft landing. Hate to see what a hard landing looks like. This is nuts. More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And join my gang, Phil's Gang. We have the best education program in charting, in how to buy stocks, how to identify, okay, when a stock is going to collapse or market's going to collapse before it happens, so you're not always chasing it. We have the best educational program around. I know we do. We've been doing this for a long time, and we make it simple. We keep it so simple. We make sure our students stay within 6 stocks, and then we only have a library of about 15 that we keep working. That's it. 6 stocks, we make 80% of our profits from those 6 stocks. And we stay with those 6 stocks all year. We don't move from them. And then we have an inventory of 15 stocks. That's all we look at. Those are the best stocks. That's where all the money goes. Doesn't that make sense? Why be looking at 5,000 stocks? And every day these guys on CNBC and Cramer and the rest come out with their hot stock. Drive you crazy. You don't make money doing that. You make money going where the money is. And the money, okay, right now is in our banking stocks. The money's in our tech stocks. The money's been in our gold stocks. So you stay with those same stocks. So as long as you stay with tech and banks, that's where most of the money is in this country. So why wouldn't you want to be there? You don't have to have a lot of stocks. And then on top of the banks and the tech, we have oil, or our commodities we call oil and gold, and that's really it. And we make plenty of money. But once you get outside of that world and you start looking at every stock you hear about, the hot stock, you're not going to make money. It's impossible. And I know we can prove this to you in 10 days. We're not asking for any money during those 10 days. You know, just check us out. Just go to our site, philsgang.com. I mean, we have great classes. Everything's online. Everything's archived. You have access to us. I mean, that's how you're going to really learn to make money in the market. Okay? I mean, it's really hands-on, but it's easy. It's simple. We keep it simple. So check it out. Go to philsgang.com. It's only $39.95 a month. First 10 days free. And if at the end of 10 days you don't want to do any work, that's fine. You don't have any obligation. Okay. Listen to this. This is amazing when you hear this garbage.
Our nation's debt has taken over 200 years to accumulate. That's what we're paying. We're not paying for what we're spending right now. The 200 years.
What the hell is he talking about? 200 years? Look, he's nuts. Over those 200 years, remember Obama and Biden, they spent more money than all the previous, 43 presidents combined. For the 43 presidents before those jokers, they spent more money than all of those combined. They drove our debt up from 10 trillion to 20 trillion. And he's doing the same thing now. He's killing us. The bottom's not in. And these stocks, you know, you got, I named them the Atlas stocks. The Atlas stock. You have 3 stocks, right? Meta, Microsoft, and Apple. And they're holding up the whole 4,000 stocks. Or let's scope it down. They're holding up the 2,200 most recognized stock names. 3 stocks are doing that. What are you, nuts? That's insane. Meta, understand Meta. Look on a chart. Meta was collapsing. So what does Meta do? They cut huge amount of labor. Okay, I get it. You cut labor. Anybody who ran a business or runs a business, you know that your biggest expense is labor. You cut labor, you add to profits. But it's not profits. You're adding to surviving. If you have to cut labor, that means you are in a survive mode. You're trying to survive. You're not in a growth mode. And when you put Meta on a chart, it's not in a growth mode anymore. Look at the crash that thing had. Straight down. It's trying to get back. And they're doing that by cutting. As I said, I get that. But that's when you cut payroll, you've gone into from growth to surviving. So these three stocks are holding up all these companies. Not going to last. Not going to last. So Meta was so fearful of the inflation. They know inflation's not going to stop. It's not. You can't stop inflation with 5%. Our real inflation, true inflation, is closer to 12 to 15%, but they won't admit it. So he got scared and cut. And these people are out of work. Apple, Microsoft, they're all cutting. This isn't something good. Oh, their profits are going to be better. For what? A couple quarters? And then they're back to dying again. What do they do then? Sell their chairs and desks? Phones? I mean, they make it sound like, wow, they cut wow, I better buy Microsoft and Apple. Boy, I better buy Meta. And that took off on Thursday, went up 500 points, and I'm going, what are they doing? Everybody's chasing this stock. You had to be in that stock before that occurred. You had to be in way before that occurred. That's where we were. Apple, Microsoft, our big ones. Apple, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA. We're already in those. So I instructed my members when that shot up, sell into it. You take profits. Because why? Because our trend is still down. Our trend is still down. And the volume is horrible. That's crazy. And now, there was no follow-through on Friday, and people started jumping on Friday. Oh, I missed it. I'll get in today. What they don't understand, anytime you have a gap up, 10% or greater, the stock's not going to go anywhere. I told my members that. I said, look, when the next day comes, there's not going to be any action. Because when stocks go up that big, 10% or more, 8% or more, the institutions don't buy it. That's why it's not moving. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Learn how to invest smart, easy.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for,
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the Fake Business News Network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Today, we're in the midst of the strongest economic recovery on record. In less than 2 years, we've created 12.6 million new jobs.
And that's a lie. And he's saying we had the strongest recovery on record? Wait a minute. Didn't somebody wake him up and say to him, wait a minute, we got a real problem, Joe. Guess what the economy's doing? Really, it's really bad. We've gone from 2.6% in the fourth quarter of last year to 1.1%, Joe. But then he's got the nerve to come out and say,
Today, we're in the midst of the strongest economic recovery on record. In less than 2 years, we've created 12.6 million new jobs.
No, he didn't create those new jobs. Those were the jobs that people were told to go home. This is COVID. We're shutting down the country. Go home. All but 1.5 million Only 1.5 million were absolute new jobs where people came in and they were never working there before. They just went back to their job. He's lying again. My Lord. It's unbelievable. That's why if you're going to listen to the Fake Business Network or you're going to listen to the politicians and you use them for guidance, you're never going to be set. You're never going to make money. You're not going to be comfortable with retiring. The wonderful thing about the stock market, if you just make it work for you, and it's so easy. If you just stay with our system's been proven over 50 years. Our system works. 50 years I've been working on this system. Stay with the 6 best stocks where the money goes. 2 or 3 ETFs. And then you got your barn of stocks, your stable of stocks, which we have 15. That's it. We go through the same 15 every day. And guess what about the 15? They're the best banks. They're the best tech stocks and the best staples. How can you miss? And then when we invest, we always make sure we're not investing in more than 6 stocks at a time and 2 ETFs. That's how you track it. And then every day, we tell you exactly what we're going to do with the 6 stocks. We go over the stocks with you every day. We'll tell you, okay, we're going to add now. Or no, let's not do anything with this stock. Let's leave. We're up about 15%. Let's leave it alone. Let's take some profits right now. And we're constantly, sending you alerts about those same stocks. Now, if you don't want the stocks that are working and you want your own stocks, that's fine, but you at least are going to learn the same system. You're going to have the same system. You can have your own stocks, make your own 6 stocks up. Make your own stable of stocks of 15. But make sure it's where the money's going, not these high-flying, goofy stocks. Now, go to my site, philsgang.com. It says sign up, get started. Click right there, get started. Then every morning, when we start out at 9:30, I first do coffee talk, let you know what's going on in the market in the morning first. We're up here 4 o'clock in the morning. We look at the European market. We know what's going on, and we give you our best, shot at, hey, here's what I think is going to happen today, especially this morning on the opening. 9:30, we don't start trading at 9:30. Everybody else can trade. It's up to them. We start at 5 after 10. That's when all the game playing is over. That's when the volume's up. We now know all the tech stocks, what they're doing because there's a delay on those. Perfect. And then you can come to our class or not. It's archived. Steve comes on at 5 after 10. Then I come back in. I come in before that. I'm on from 9:30 to 5 after 10. He's from 5 after 10 to about 11. Then I take you back. And I'm with you for about 15 minutes, give you an update on what happened in the morning. Then Willie comes on and he takes care of our brand new members, get them used to the site. And all during the day, we're giving you updates on the stocks we are actually trading, the stocks we trade, the 6 stocks. But the beautiful thing, when they go down, we make money, just like when they go up, we make money, because we make sure our members know how to short. And shorting's pretty easy. And you'll find that out during your first 10 days. It don't cost you a penny. So go to my site, philsgang.com, click on where it says get started. You're in the best hands, believe me, because we make it so simple. Okay, so let's get back to what's going on. They're dreaming that this is it. We're on our way again. No, we're not. You can't have a successful your rally, your bottom is not until you capitulate. We haven't had a capitulation. If you go back to 2008 and go back to 2020, you'll see on a VIX chart what a capitulation looks like. In 2008, you see the VIX always hanging around about 20, 30. And then when fear comes in, it goes up about 80. That's what happened in 2008. Then it drops back down. And then 2020 went up to 80 again from about 38. That's capitulation. Now we're hanging in, and we're right around at 28, 30. It hasn't capitulated yet. So people think it's over. The bottom's in. No, the bottom is only in. Remember, after the 2008 crash, we capitulated and the VIX went from, I think it was 30 up to 80. That's when I started telling everybody start buying because the bottom was in. 2020, remember the market dropped about 28%, 30%, and then we saw it capitulate because you can see on the VIX chart, the VIX went from like 38 to 80, just like in 2008. So then we got our students organized and told what stocks to get in, and sure enough, the bottom was in. Now here we are. We have this crash in November 2021 because there's no more QE after 13 years of free money. No more. That's all gone. People don't know what to do, the big boys, so they got out of the market, crashes, and we're still sitting here. We're still sitting here. You can't get a rally to hold. Why? Because we haven't capitulated. You can see what a capitulation looks like. Just pull up a chart, VIX. Go look at 2008. You'll see it. Big line goes straight up. And then you look over in 2020. Big line goes straight up from 40 to 80, both of them. That's a capitulation. Then look at 2000, where we are today. 2023. Look where we are. No, there's no capitulation, but they're treating the market like it is. No, this one you got to be prepared to go the other way. Look, when you got actually Meta is the one stock. There's three stocks carrying the market, but that's the leader. And if you look at that chart, it's not going back up because of profits. Meaning continue. It's going up because of what they had to do to get those. They had to cut payroll. Now here's the problem with that. There's a backside of that. When you start cutting your tech guys, your best tech guys, when the market comes back again, the economy comes back again, they have to start all over getting these people back in. It takes them a year to get back up and running. By then, they lose a good portion of the market. That's why good companies always try to keep their people, their best people, during the worst of times. They'll cut everything. They'll cut everything and keep their best talent. So when the market does turn and the economy does turn, they're there ready to go. Boom. But when you took all your people and you got rid of a whole bunch of them, and now you can show on your bottom line went up a little bit, and you can turn around and say, look at this, look, we got big profits now, which means nothing. And then when the market turns around, they're behind their competitors because they got to hire and train. So again, we are in the worst banking crisis ever, but nobody will admit it. They won't admit it. And the biggest problem with the banking crisis is the fact that we had interest rates too low for too long, and the corporations were able to borrow money on the cheap for 13 years. They created so much debt at zero, right? And then the corporations were paying 2 to 3%. That's it. Now corporations have to pay 8%. They can't. They can't do it. They're screwed. And nobody wants to talk about it. Join my gang so when those go down, you'll be shorting and making money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Thanks, Steve. Join our gang, okay? We have these great classes. You don't have to be there. They're archived. View them at your leisure. I mean, we'll guide you through this. But the most important thing is get you to realize you don't invest at any one given time more than 6 stocks. And you pull those 6 stocks from a bonus inventory of 15 stocks. Then once you make money, and what we call it is our 25%er, when our members, the money they're trading with, 25% is from profits, then they can do more bonus stocks. So it's all about risk management. And the biggest thing to manage your risk is to learn how to sell short. If you don't learn how to sell short, I don't know how you make money. You don't. But they won't tell you that. They're not going to tell you the truth. just disgusting. Listen to this. Talk about disgusting.
And so we have this window because of the resilient economy for the market to rally.
That's a full-faced lie. What window? We have an inverted yield curve. Our government has a negative net worth, negative of $20 trillion. We're broke. Our trade deficits are historic, just going to hit $1 trillion. That kills jobs left and right. Our commercial debt is $4.2 trillion. Of that commercial debt, $1.7 trillion is delinquent. Our corporations, they owe $13 trillion. And they're in a prolonged downturn. And what Biden has done is come in and backstop them. The worst thing you could do, because it's election time. He says to Powell, get to the corporations, tell them you'll buy all their bad debt from them and give them cash. So he's going to let these terrible players, they should let them go out of business, let them go bankrupt, and then take the strong players and buy their assets. No. Now he's taking the incentive out of the good guys. What do you think happened with Silicon Valley Bank? They knew 8 months before this thing was going to crash, it was going to crash. But they had no incentive to save the bank because they knew they were going to get bailed out and they could walk out with millions of dollars in settlements, their salaries. They had no incentive. Sure enough, they came in and bailed them out. They walked away with all their money. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. So that's what they're doing now. They're making all these zombie companies. This doesn't help the economy. It doesn't grow the economy. We saw that last week. The economy's not growing. It's going the other way. We never had such little business investment. That's a killer. Our business rents delinquencies up 40%. Diesel fuel, want to know how bad the economy is, dropped by 50%. Kramer says something that's a stupid thing. Where it says Kramer's right here. Watch this. Is that it?
Supply chain woes have been solved. Freight costs have collapsed.
That's because the economy is collapsing, you dumb arts. I mean, oh my God. Hear what he said? Freight costs have collapsed, like it's a good thing. You can tell he's never ran a business. He never ran a business. He would never say something that stupid. Here's what he would say. Oh my God, freight costs are down. That means economic growth is down. We better learn how to start shorting some of these stocks. He makes it sound, you better go buy today. The bottom's in. I mean, he's just a dope. And you're not going to fight a 42-year high inflation by creating more inflation by telling the Federal Reserve, hey, go tell the guys that are in trouble, all the corporations, we'll buy their bad debt, shift it over to our balance sheet, the Fed's balance sheet, and in lieu of cash, we'll give them cash. Keep the bad guys going. That's going to help grow the economy. It's stupid, just stupid. Our economy went from 2% to 1%, I'm sorry, and the inflation went up. We didn't go down. Our inflation went up. The core went up big time. So they're acting like, oh, no, everything's just fine, when it's not.
What happened last year is the market went down in anticipation of a recession that just hasn't happened yet.
Oh, no, it's happened. It's happened. You can see it in front of you. But they're not going to admit it's a recession. I mean, every recession we've had, the minute that they reported, okay, this is a recession, immediately the stocks, like in 1972, would drop from the top to the bottom over 11 months. 2001, same thing. They announced a recession. The market dropped over 15 months, top to bottom. 2007, same thing. Dropped top to bottom 19 months. And us in 2021, we dropped in 11 months, 38%, but we still don't have the bottom in. We still have the same. See, Biden has never fixed, or Powell has never fixed, what made the market crash in November of 2021 to October 2013. Now they're going to sit there and lie and tell you the bottom's in. No, when you got three tech stocks driving the whole market, what are you, nuts? You know what? Nobody was talking about Caterpillar last week. Caterpillar comes out, has a great quarter, and all of a sudden the stock tanks. Everybody's going on. What's going on? Simple. The banks are the problem. The institutions weren't going to buy Caterpillar because they know that you're not going to get construction jobs. There's not going to be any big construction jobs for people to go buy new equipment because of the banks. They're tightening their credit. They're not going to lend. Construction's going to... I'm telling you, mark this down to Phil Grandy said, by the end of this year, by October, November, the end of this year, towards the end of the year, the S&P will probably be at 3,200, if not lower. 3,200, if not lower. Now, it takes time for the market to drop because of all the things they are doing to create... They don't want the market to drop. So what Biden is doing with Powell to make sure the market doesn't drop, the things he's doing to try to prevent it from dropping creates more inflation. Like buying all the bad debt from the zombie banks and the zombie corporations. This is ridiculous.
No matter what room he is in, when the cameras are on or when they are off, President Biden is always fighting for America's small business owners.
He never fought ever for America's small business owners. When he was vice president with Obama, they raised regulations on small businesses only. I forgot what the number was. It was something like $850 billion over 10 years. Squashing the small business. That's a lie. He doesn't fight hard. He doesn't fight hard at all. Maybe make a poop somewhere, but not helping. He doesn't fight for small businesses, for God's sakes. It's lie after lie after lie. Here's this genius.
By the way, we have about 1,000 billionaires. You know what their average tax rate is? 8 EIGHT%. Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, did you hear people starting to laugh in the background? Say, yeah, that's what I think too. Yeah, I'm being honest with you. Yeah, for real. Look, if you want to make money, and I say this all the time, the best place to make money is the stock market, but not if you're just going to go in and be one of millions who just sit there and get slaughtered. You get sucked into 401ks. They suck you in because they give you this match. Imagine what a genius concept that was. They couldn't sell a 401k if their life depended on it until they came up with a scam will match them. And people fall for that match and are willing to lose money every year in their 401k. Very few times does a person get ready to retire and he's got enough money in his 401k he doesn't have to work a part-time job. Very few. Isn't that sad? 401ks don't work. They're never designed to work. What does work is Phil's Gang. It works. And you try it for 10 days free. It works. And once you learn how to work the yields, the bond yields, and our charts, and how to short, what a different perspective you're going to have on investing. I'm telling you, it'll be fun then.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.